let's get moving. Okay, so yeah, let's do some rounding through the upper back and then chest opening. So you're going to open your palms so they face out that way, and then turn your palms in. And let's do that again. Open and then close. So breathe in as you open and breathe out as you close. Chin up and then chin to chest. And again, chin up and then chin to chest. And do that one more time. Breathing in, breathing out, and then just rolling your shoulders. So you're going to hunch them up to your ears, squeeze the blades and press down. So up, squeeze, and down. And just allow your head to drop to one side. Let your head be heavy. And then move to the middle. And the other side, dropping down to the middle. That one more time each way. Allow your head to sort of give in to gravity. And over on the other side. And rolling your head round the front, looking behind your shoulder. And the other way. Drop your head down and round. Look over your shoulder. And one more time each way. Last one. And then I'd like you to circle through your wrists and ankle. So standing on the one leg, straight arms, straight leg as you do it. And then reverse, back in the opposite direction. Think about your posture for a moment. Lengthen up through the crown of your head. Switch sides. Circling, spreading the fingers, spreading the toes as you do it. And reversing. Opening the feet, softening the knees. I'd like you to slide your hand down towards your ankle and come back up. The other side, sliding the hand down and lift. Breathe in, breathe out. And get your upper body moving, extending the arm, reaching to the side of the room, opening out. So reaching the arm, see if we can get that arm horizontal. Hands on the hip. We're going to circle around with the hip, maybe take your feet a little bit wider. And reversing back the other way. Alrighty, come and stand on the one leg for me. Point your toes, swing the leg front and back. Steadying your balance, welcome the wobble. Can you get a bit of height on the leg? A bit of kick. And change legs. Point your toes as you do it. Let's get the feet warmed up. Can you get some height on the leg? Use your buttock muscle to kick back. And can we do that but out to the side? Go behind and then tap in front. For height. Change legs. Can you get a little bit more height? Alright, coming down onto our backs. Can you find your foam roller? Grab a roll. I'd like you to park the roll. It's behind you. This, so sat in front of it. hands around the back of your head. You can lean over your roll. And then come back up. Just exploring how the middle part of your back is feeling as you hang loose over the roll. And then come back up. Allow your rib cage to lift as you drop back. Breathing in. Exhaling as you come back up. Do that again. So dropping over the roll. Breathe and lift. And then if you move the roll an inch higher up your back. Inhaling as you drop. Exhaling on the lift. Let's do that again. Your head close to the floor. And come back up. And do that again. Hang loose for 3, 2, 1. Alrighty, just nudge your roll again a little bit higher so you're more tops of your shoulders now. Hanging loose again. And then chin to chest. Let your upper back arch. Breathing in. And then chin to chest. Let's do that one more time. And then lift your bottom off the floor. And we're going to foam roll from the middle back to the upper back. So bending the knees and then just slightly straightening the roll up and down. Like a bear scratching its back on a tree. Notice any knotty, tight spots. You might want to dig into those with your roller. Massage tension out. Alrighty, if you can put your roller down to one side, and then if you can join me with some mat work. So see if you can lift your knees and pick your bottom up. Try and get your bum off the floor. Breathe out as you tuck, breathe in as you release. So level 1, sticking with this version, level 2 coming up into a V-sit. Lifting up through the crown of the head. Third level, you straighten the legs. Try to keep your chest lifted so that you're not rounding your upper body. Point your toes quite firmly. Can we do 2 more? So final one. Alrighty, from here, over to a sideline position with the elbow lined up underneath your shoulder. Just squeeze and make a fist on this bottom hand. Bring your knees either in front for level 1, knees back so that your chest and knees are flush with each other for level 2. I'm going to pick up, hold the hips off the ground, and then bring the hip down and soften the hand. You'll squeeze and make the fist on the bottom hand, lift the hip so that it feels like there's tension there, and then lower. If you want to, you can stay up there a little bit longer. We're going to follow this hand with our eyes, or an arc over the top of the head, and then come back down. Let's do that again. Big sweep to the arm, follow it with your eye gaze, and then coming back down. Third level, straight leg. Top leg is over the bottom one. And then coming down. And then do it again. Press your shoulder blades down your back as you do it. Breathe. We're working on the strength down the side of the body, the shoulder girdle. That twice more. Final one. Alrighty, let's give that a go on the other side. So when you line this up, aim your elbow directly underneath your shoulder. You can press your shoulder blades down for good posture. So level 1, knees again in front of the hip. Level 2, knees flush with the chest. So lifting the hip, try and get that lift from the waistline. Head back for good posture and then lower. Squeeze the fist on the way up. Squeeze. And then soften through the arm and shoulder. Again, tracing the arc with the fingers, eye gaze looking towards the hand, and then coming back down for next level. Breathing in and breathing out as we come down. Level 3, straight leg. And we do 2 more. Alright, so final one. And just give your shoulders a bit of a roll out there. I'm going to crisscross our legs. I want you to get yourself to a seated position. If it really troubles your knees to sit cross-legged, and also do it with your feet open like this. Try to get your body sat so you're on your sit bones. Just going to bring our arms back, forwards, wide with the hands. Notice where you feel the stretch. Wriggle your fingers forwards, a little bit further forwards, and a bit more. Breathe. And then sliding the hands back in. You're doing the cross-leg version. Can we swap the legs over? Sitting on the sit bones, reach, wide hands, chin to chest. Breathe, wriggle the fingers forwards. Can we go a little bit further? Wriggle, breathe, a little bit further forwards. Just enjoying a good old stretch. Alrighty, so let's come up to standing now. We're going to do some pliés today. Feeling a bit dancey today. Taking the boys to watch Strictly on Tour on the weekend. That's going to be fun, part of their Christmas present. Okay, so we're going to turn the toes out. You can tuck your bottom under. You're going to open the knees, hold, and then come back up. Let's do that again. So tuck your bottom under, hold, and then come back up. Ballet plie, different to a squat. Body stays upright. So tuck your bottom under, a little bit of lean back in your upper body. And let's do that again. Level 2, hands here, tapping an elbow down, and back up. So again, level 2, elbow to knee, and back up. Level 3, we hold, down, down, tiptoe, rise, release. Level 3, we hold, elbow, tiptoe, rise on the tiptoes, and back down. We're going to do it twice more. The final one. Alrighty, resting off. Can you interlock your fingers, straighten your arms, squeeze your shoulders. Get some height in your arms now. Rise onto your tiptoes. Sit up. Breathe. Now as you're holding it there, notice which finger is at the front. Notice which first finger's at the front. And then switch it a long one, but the other hand first finger is now at the front. Probably feels a bit strange. Need to do something new. Squeeze your shoulders, tiptoe rise again, lift your arms, lift your chest, Alrighty, resting off. So can you find some weights? Have a drink if you need one. Alrighty, so if you can bring your elbows in and open. Press your shoulders down. We're going to extend the arms and move back in and to the middle. Rising onto our tiptoes, extending, coming back in and to the middle. Let's do that again. Hold. The next level, we'll add some rotation where we turn, look towards the back hands, testing balance and our strength at the same time. Coming back in, and let's do that the other way. So extending, turn, look behind, to the middle, and come back in and down. Let's do that again. Breathe. And we do that a couple more times through. If your weights are the right level, it should be starting to feel fairly tough by now. If that's not happening, then maybe add a little extra half a kilo in. Alrighty, so from there, we're going to take our feet a little bit wider and move into some yoga stretching. So on this side, if you can angle your toe out, but then on this side, angle in at 45 degrees. Sliding the hand down the shin. Let's go long with our top arm. Reaching the fingers. Can we bring this top arm over to give our chest a good stretch? And then bring it all the way over. So over the top of the head now. Deep breath. That's it. Head back a little bit. Notice how that influences the stretch. And then this top hand we're going to bring down to the floor. Wriggling the back foot away. Straight leg at the back. And we're going to keep turning the upper body. We've now got the other arm in the air. Straight up so the arms are stacked like this, one above the other. Breathe deeply. Enjoying the stretch.
I'm not supposed to feel, I'm not supposed to miss. How am I supposed to heal? How am I supposed to
from here, can you drop your back knee down on the floor? Unhook your back foot. And we're going to take the arms out wide. Allow the hips to sort of sink down and forwards. Breathe. Okay, hooking the back foot under again. Coming up. We're going to turn the toes out over on this side now. And then angle in over here at 45 degrees. Sliding the hand down the shin. Head back. Reaching the fingers on this top arm. Bring this top arm over. Extending the fingers towards the side wall. You get your arm back by your ear. Head back. Breathe. Bending into the knee as we bring that hand to the floor. Turning the upper body. Rotating the arm up. Deep breath. And bringing the back knee down to the floor. Can you unhook your back foot? Take your arms out wide. Sink down with your hips. Breathe. Alrighty, so from here, we're going to bring our hands down middle of our feet and take your feet wide. letting Rodney back in. I think he's dropped off. Okay. So, wriggling your feet wide, hands down in the middle. Allow your head to drop. You're looking at the world from an upside down view. Your body weight back into your heels. Breathe. Okay, if you can pop your bottom down, we'll stay with the wide leg position. I want you to point your toes. And we're going to take our arms wide, turn with the upper body, and then I want you to reach your opposite hand towards your foot. Flex your foot. You might be able to get hold of your shin or your ankle or your toes. Pull your head down towards your knee as you get hold of something, and then come back up. And we're going to point our toes again. Turn the chest side on. And then reach to the other side. What can you get hold of? Can you bring your head down towards your knee, thereabouts? And let's do that again. Pointy toes, lifting your chest, and then reaching. See if you can stay down there for about 3 seconds. 2, 1, and then lifting. Pointy toes, and then reaching down, down, down. You can get your chest closer to your thigh with each one. Going down, down, down. So you're sort of staying in that uncomfortable zone, just testing yourself to do it for a few seconds. Alrighty, can we do that twice more? Final one. Alrighty, give your legs a shake out. So I'd like you to find your foam roller again. We're going to come down onto our back. You can do this without a roller if you prefer. But I want you to lay it down the middle of your mat. Bottom onto it and your head as well. So you've got your whole body lying onto it. And if you just position your camera where I can see you, it helps me give you instructions. So ideally from a side view like this. Now I want you to activate your core and hover a leg. Now as I'm alternating the legs, I'm actually keeping my arms off the ground and the fingers are just very lightly touched on the floor. If it's doable, level 2, we alternate a little bit more speed. Or level 3, we're going to do it with a straight leg. Now it can start to get a little bit wobbly, and I want you to try and avoid leaving nail marks in your carpet at home. So soft grip with the fingers, just really light. Maybe you could try going on to one finger. Can we do 2 more? Finish off your final one. And then we're going to stay on our roll. And we're going to move into surrender pose. So like this, hands just slightly wider than the elbow. Give in to gravity with your arms. Draw your chin down. So you're applying pressure into the back of the head. And then release the head and do that again. So chin in, push down through the back of the head. Breathe. And let's do that again. So concentrate on pushing back of the head down and feeling how that opens the muscles around the back of the neck, and then release. Inhaling as you press down. Exhaling as you release. That twice more. Breathe. final one. And then from here, we're going to roll sideways off our roll. We're going to move into our shoulder bridge. For those of you doing more advanced bridge, you can use your foam roller under your feet. Level 2, you could park a cushion between your knees. For level 1, keep your feet flat on the floor. So choose your start position. We're going to curl from the tailbone and we're going to aim to get a line from the knee through the hip into the chest and then imprint down bone by bone. So let's do that again. Curling the bottom under, push your hips up, squeeze your knees, and then imprint through your middle back and through your lower back. Let's do that again. We come up, hold. Now if you're on the roller, try and press down through your toes a little bit. And then imprint your back. Let's do that again. Rolling under, working through the glutes. We're adding in now an arm. Thumbs go here, over the top, and a nice big circle with your arm as you keep your hips up, and then imprint them down. Let's do that again. So tucking your bottom under, squeeze the glutes, bending, thumbs to the floor, nice big circle. Can we do 2 more? Breathe, sweep the arms, keep your hips up, push them up. Try and put some effort in, it can get tougher towards the last one. So final one. Alrighty, rolling back down. So from here, we're going to bend one leg and we're going to use that one to curl ourselves up to seated. Now if it's tricky to roll down and back up, grab a strap, pop something under your feet, we roll down and lift. So we're moving into doing some curls. So level 1, use your strap. Level 2, hands free like this. The third level, bring it in, arms back by the ears. Can do it weighted, a tougher option. Arms back by the ears, and we want the eye gaze up towards the ceiling to help with the alignment in the head. Now notice, is it a jerky move for you? You should focus on that quality of movement. I'll try and just slow it down if you find you get that sort of real jerky spot. Actually build better strength throughout the, they call the kinetic chain. Think of a chain as strong as its weakest link. Last couple. And final one. Alrighty, so let's have a drink. Grab some water. Let's keep ourselves hydrated. Okay, so back to standing. Can you find a stick? We're going to use it to monitor our posture as we move into doing some yoga-based hamstring stretches, as requested by Anna. So I want you to use the edges of your mat to help align your feet. So we want the front foot aligned with the outer edge, and then have a look at your back foot. Often that's the one that will turn in, and you get your feet parallel with the mat. You're going to pop the stick against the back, and as you lean forwards, keep the stick against your tailbone and your head. Often the tailbone will tilt under away from the stick, so really tune into that part of the stick as you lean. Now this other hand here, we're going to place onto our front thigh. On the thigh, and just a gentle press with the hand in thigh. breathe. Now your back foot hip may wander backwards. You rotate your hip at the back forwards if that's wandered off. And then we're going to lose our connection with the stick and bring our head down. We're now bringing our nose towards our knee. Tucking the chest towards the thigh. Breathe. Let your knees soften as you bring your head back to the stick and your tailbone to the stick. Now, if you can see yourself in your screen, you're able to get your upper body parallel with the ground. You're aiming horizontally in your upper body, but still with your tailbone on the stick. Soften the knee. And on the front foot, we're going to move that forward now and move our back foot into the middle of the mat on our tiptoe. We move into a lunge stretch. This top arm, bring down the sticks at the elbow points upwards now. Sink into a lunge. We're going to rock our body weight forwards and then rock our body weight back. Rock forwards and back. Forwards and back. And one more time. And let's release. Okay, so can we swap around the other way? So start by lining up your feet with the edges of the mat. Remember, it's that back foot that will tend to have a cheeky turn in with the heel. Try and nudge that out. And it's normal for it to feel a little bit wobbly as you go into it. So front hand here on the mid-thigh. It's our back leg hip. We nudge it forwards. Breathe. Keep your chest open. Going to drop our head down, nose to knee. So we're now coming away from the stick. You get your chest down towards your thigh, heading in that direction. And then bringing the head back to the stick, feel for the tailbone again. Now, if you can see yourself in your screen, can you aim your upper body more horizontal? Breathe. Alrighty, let's release, and we're going to move into our lunge now. So front foot forward, tiptoes in the middle of the mat on that back one, and this other arm, bring the elbow up to the ceiling at the top. Into it. Nice big stride between our feet. We rock the body weight forwards, but then shift it back. Rock forwards, and then shift back. One more time. Forwards, shift back. Breathe. Alrighty, shake a leg. Well done. Come down to a seated position for me. You working hard enough? Okay. So, feet, hip width, hands around the back here. One for the old triceps. Gonna roll the shoulders back. Start with, I want you to straighten your elbows and push the ground away. Your fingertips are pointing forwards towards the body. And then bend your arms. That's it. So we straighten the arms. Level 2, we're going to add some lift with the bottom off the floor. We hold and then come back down. We bend and then straighten. Level 1 and then level 2, add the lift in the middle. And then come back down. Take your feet further out for tougher option. Or over time, straight leg. If you struggle with your wrists, your neck, your shoulders, It can be quite tough there, so shake out as needed in between. I'm going to do that through a couple more times. As you're feeling stronger there, you can hold it for a little bit longer. We do one more. It's getting quite tough on the old upper body for our strength. Alrighty, if you can shake it out. And I'd like you to come and lay down onto your front. Notice now I've opened my knees and my heels are together. Bit of a sort of frog leg type pose. I'm going to hover one leg with the thigh off the floor and then bring it down. The heels are touched together and then hover through the other side. And as I'm alternating the leg, focusing on keeping the hip bones both weighted down. So that's our level 1 option. Level 2, we're going to hover both legs off the floor and press the heels together and then come back down. So we're holding in the air for a few seconds, squeezing the heels, squeezing the glutes, and then dropping down. If you get a niggly back, you tend to be prone to back issues, you might prefer to keep with the lower levels. If you've got a strong, healthy back, then we're going to add more lift in the upper body at the same time as the lift in the leg. So choose your level, inhaling on the lift, exhaling on the lower. 3 more times. Breathing in and breathing out. Last couple. Stick with it. Let's keep going. Final one. And relaxing off. So from here, we're going to move into a groin stretch where we open the knees, touch the toes together, let your bottom arch, so back arched in the air as you push the bottom back towards your heels, fairly wide with your knees, feel a good stretch. And then from here, you can meet me in the downward dog. So lifting the tailbone up, pressing down with the heels. And you move out into a full plank. We're going to hold it here, eye gaze forward. Now you can do your plank on your knees. We're going to bring our elbow to our knee and back down. Bring the chest open as we bring the elbow to the knee and back down. The tougher option, we do it here from the toes. Try not to round your upper back. Keep your chest open and your shoulder blades pull down your back. Breathe. One more on each side, keeping your body weight forwards. So final one. Moving into our downward dog again. Lifting your tailbone up in the air. Breathe. Press down through your heels. Let go of your neck, your head, your shoulders. I'd like you to walk your hands in to touch your toes. Allow your upper body to just hang loose. Nose towards your knees. Breathe. And then from here, we're going to uncurl our spine like we're rolling our back up a wall. And we're going to give our pecs a stretch. So if you can find a bit of wall space for me. And we're going to twizzle the fingers backwards. Stride one leg forwards, so you're in a lunge position. Bend the body weight forward, but slightly into the wall. The arm is behind us, straight arm, fingers pointing backwards. As you bend into it, turn your chest in towards the middle of the room so you feel a good old stretch around your chest. If it's particularly tight, you'll probably feel it down your bicep or maybe even into your forearm. If that's you, then definitely need to work on stretching it more. Alrighty, let's release. So wriggling the fingers back, but up. Same arm. Straight arm. Turning the head as we lean into the wall. Breathe. Take the hand a little higher up now. Maybe a little further back. Fingertips pointing backwards away from you. Bend into your front knee. Breathe. Alrighty, let's release. We're going to give that a go on the other side. So fingers pointing backwards. When you first line it up, imagine there's like enough space here that there's a person thigh space between you and the wall. Bend into the front knee. Turn and look behind, turning the chest into the middle of the room. And release. Taking the fingers a little higher. Applying pressure against the wall, spreading the fingers out, the fingers turn backwards. And let's do that one more time, a little bit higher. Bend your front knee, lean in with your upper body. Feel that good old stretch. Notice, where do you feel it? Alrighty, let's release. I'd like you to come down onto your back. Actually find your foam roller. A bit of Friday foam rolling on our glutes, as requested. So if you can take a seat, you can bring your right leg on top of your left. We'll lean out with a hand to the right side. So rocking backwards, forwards. Sometimes it can be more of a tension on the outer part of the hip. So for me, if I'm foam rolling more of the outer hip, I tend to bring my elbow onto the floor. But just have a little explore. Where's the tighter, knottier spot? Use your roller to have a little glute massage today. Alrighty, let's give that a go on the other side. You can lean over the other way. So again, just noticing where's the knottier spot. Try and get your ankle bone up here, and this other leg, bend it in. Have a good explore. Where's the knottier, tight spot? Circling, pulsing action. Use your roller to kind of dig in. Always a good thing to do on a Friday, a bit of foam rolling. Okay, so then we'll give our glutes a stretch. So if you can pop down onto your back, right leg over left. 3 stages of stretching. So level 1, we're going to bring our hands here around the back of the leg. So pulling in on your left leg. Get both sets of fingers just sort of in the crease of the knee there. Use your elbow to push out on the other side. And pull in quite firmly until you feel a decent stretch. Easy to cheat the stretch and just go through the motion. Breathe. Now you can either stay with that version if you're stretching enough, or level 2, we're going to interlock the fingers around the front of the shin. Pressing our shoulders down. Breathe. Pushing the knee outwards as you pull the knee inwards. Alrighty, then from there we'll bring one hand over the top of the ridge of the foot, the opposite hand, and then the other hand would get hold of the other ridge of the foot. So level 3, more advanced. We're going to bring both feet to the floor and now push the top knee away. So we tie ourselves up in a bit of a knot. Breathe. Alrighty, can we give that a go on the other side? So do it in stages with me. So we want the left leg over the top. So we feel the ankle bone on the thigh. Hands around the back of the right knee. Get your fingertips to touch around the back of that knee. Use the elbow to push your knee out on the left. Breathe. And you take your fingertips around the front of your shin for level 2. You're pulling in more closely, more firmly. Still pushing out with the knee. Breathing into the stretch. And we bring our opposite hand on the top foot. Get hold of the other foot. Level 3, both feet to the floor. Push your bottom knee down, push your top knee away. And breathe. Alrighty, so resting off. You can place your feet on the floor like this. Put your hands just on top of your belly. And I'd like you to close your eyes. So I'd like you to just notice the rising, falling action going on under your hands as you allow yourself some breathing space. To take a deep breath in so your hands fill up with air. And a long exhale out. You need to breathe out for longer than you breathe in. So let's say you breathe in for the count of 4, 3, 2, 1, and then exhale for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Do that again. And one more time. Let your breathing settle back to its natural state. Allow your body to relax down with each breath out. Imagine you're sinking into the mat. Allowing your muscles to let go. And allow your attention to drift as you relax down. And as you drift away. Imagine that you're in one of your favorite spaces in nature that you really enjoy walking in at this time of year. Visualizing the colours, that space in nature. Noticing the sounds of that space. What's the feel and the smell and the energy like there? What is it about the feel of that place that you really connect with? And I'd like you to bring some of that energy back into the room today. Just taking a moment to appreciate how your body's feeling now compared to the start of the session. Taking a moment to appreciate how you making the effort, making the decision, putting the time in to do this practice together today, how that influences your joints, your mobility, your blood sugar balance, your mental health, your energy, how you connect with other people, ultimately your strength and flexibility and independence in life. When you're ready, if you can open your eyes, just noticing what's in the periphery of your vision. Wakey, wakey time. We're going to roll over to our side. So if you take a moment to come back up. So I hope that's made a difference to your day. If you can hit your unmute for me. How are we feeling?